Hey friends, so today I'm going to be reading The Friendship Part 12 and Part 13. Alright. Mike, Jackie, Chris, Sierra, Haley, Kane, Kiara, Connor, Ashlyn, Steve, Jalissa, and Brent were woken up one night to a noise. They couldn't tell what the noise was at first, but they all got up and walked into the living room. They could hear it very clearly. It was a low-quality recording of a hairdryer. It sounded like it was coming from the bathroom, so they all walked down the long, dark hallway to the bathroom. They found one of the girls' hairdryers were on the sink that was turned on. Ashlyn turned it off, unplugged it, and put it back in the closet. Then they all went back to their rooms. Fast forward a few hours, they all woke up to start the day. Jackie cooked breakfast. They were having bacon and eggs for breakfast. Since they live in the deep forest, they're a little paranoid, but they aren't used to being out in the woods. After they ate, they got dressed. Suddenly, Sierra's phone rang. It was a number she didn't recognize. Even if she gets these kind of numbers, she still answers them. So she answered, but no one spoke for about a minute. Sierra said hello about 10 times. Then there was a creepy voice coming from the other end. They said, "Hello, Sierra. I know you know who I am. I am your biggest fan. I love you." The voice sounded like a woman. She sounded crazy and not right. Sierra immediately hung up the phone and finished getting ready. Suddenly there was a knock on her window. She didn't even dare open the blinds. She was still half undressed, and she didn't want anyone seeing her. The banging kept getting louder. So Sierra put a shirt on and opened the window. She saw the crazy woman trying to touch her. Sierra shut the window and closed the blinds. She walked out to the living room like nothing happened. Jackie noticed that Sierra was a little disturbed. Jackie took Sierra into the kitchen to talk to her. She was worried about her. "Hey, are you okay?" Jackie asked. "No, when I was getting ready, my phone rang. It was a number I didn't know, but I answered it. No one answered for about a minute. Then a woman said, 'Hello, Sierra. I know you know who I am. I'm your biggest fan. I love you.' Then there was a bang at the window, and I didn't have a bra or a shirt on, but I threw on a shirt, and then I walked to the window. I opened the window and saw the same woman trying to get to me. Then I slammed the window shut, and then I ran out of there." Sierra said, "Wow, that was very specific." Jackie replied, "Yeah, I guess," Sierra said. "All right, let's go tell the others what you told me." Jackie said. "All right," Sierra whispered. They walked over to the living room, and Sierra told the story like she told Jackie. Chris was the most shocked out of all of them. He hugged her and tried to calm her down, which it worked. Then they all went into town to get groceries. They jumped in the bus and drove into town. When they got to the store, Sierra was immediately recognized. She didn't want to talk to her fans because of what happened earlier. She told her fans that she would make a video talking about what happened. All of her fans were worried about her. They got their stuff they needed and got back in the bus. They drove back to the cabin. They ran inside, slammed the doors shut, and locked it. Sierra went into the studio where they filmed videos to film a video she promised to her fans. She got Chris to do the video with her just so she wasn't alone. She started filming the video, talking about the incident. It took about 15 minutes to film that video. She edited it, and then she uploaded it to her YouTube channel. All of her fans commented on that video, asking her questions that she didn't cover in the videos. Questions like, "Are you okay?" and "Do you need help?" When Sierra read through the comments, she replied to each and every single comment, answering the questions. All of her fans replied to her comment, thanking her for making that video. All of her fans worry about her. They all said supportive and loving things. Sierra made another video comment Sierra made another comment thanking everyone for all the support. Then she went into the living room. She sat down next to Chris and they watched TV. Mike, Jackie, Ashlyn, Sierra, Steve, Jalissa, Brent, Haley, Kane, Kiara, and Connor were on the front porch listening to music and sipping on lemonade. Chris and Sierra were watching a horror movie. They love watching movies together, and they love being alone. It was getting late, so Chris and Sierra decided to go to bed. The rest of them were already in bed. They were all fast asleep. The end. Alright, that was part 12. Now I'm going to read you part 13. Jackie, Ashlyn, Jalissa, Kiara, Haley, Sierra, Mike, Steve, Brent, Connor, Kane, and Chris were in the cabin watching TV. Suddenly there was a knock on the front door, so Mike and Connor got up to check it out. They found that no one was on the other side of the door, so Mike and Connor sat back down. They continued watching TV. Sierra and Chris were in the studio filming videos. Sierra was doing reaction videos to her fans reacting to her songs and videos. She loves watching these kind of videos because it lets her know that her fans what her fans like and what they don't. Chris was doing his own thing. Haley came into the studio to tell Sierra and Chris that they were going to the store. "Hey y'all, we're going to the store. You want to come?" Haley asked. "No, we have to film a few videos," Sierra replied. "Do you need anything?" Haley asked. "I do. Can you get me some lipstick and some eyeshadow, please?" Sierra responded. "Your usual?" Haley asked. "Yep, the usual," Sierra said. "I don't need anything," Chris said. "Alright, we'll be back in a few," Haley said as she walked down the hall. Sierra loves to play music in the background of her videos. She usually plays her songs, her next songs, or George Strait. She was making a lot of videos that day. Chris only made a few of his own. Then he made a few videos with Sierra. Sierra was impressed at her fans' reactions to her songs. She even made a few videos of her reacting to her fans singing her songs. She didn't know her fans could sing so well. She made a cover of "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion. When she uploaded this video, all of her fans loved it. Fast forward about an hour, Sierra was done making videos. She went outside to sit with the others on the porch. The girls decided to jump in the car and drive to the park. So they told the boys that they were going to the park, so they jumped in the car and drove to the park. But when they pulled into the park, they saw a creepy old man sitting on one of the picnic tables. They tried to avoid him. They feared that the man was... They tried to avoid him for all the time they were at the park. They were going to have a picnic and film a vlog. They loved being at the park, but soon as they feared, the man was trying to get closer to them. They kept trying to hint at the man that they did not want to be close to him, but the man didn't get the messages, so they kept moving away from the man. They were still recording the whole time, so they could technically turn the video into the police if they wanted to. Sierra is a great camera person. She is really good with cameras, so in the background you could see plain as day the man was trying something. The last time they moved away from the man, that is when things started getting scary. But because the man tried to grab Sierra and Jackie, but they got away. Sierra found the guy's car and got his license plate. Then she jumped in the car and drove to the other park that they have in the town. But they found another creepy man that looked like the other man's brother. So they tried to avoid him too. Soon Sierra had to end the video because it was getting too long for her to edit and upload. Her vlogs are usually about 25 minutes long, but this video was 45 minutes long. And YouTube doesn't let people upload videos longer than about an hour. And she didn't want to have to edit and upload 45 minutes of footage. And when they got home later that night, she edited the video and uploaded it. As soon as she uploaded it, all of her fans were worried about her and the other girls, so she made another video explaining what happened after she ended the video. As soon as that video went up, all of her fans were even more worried about her and the other girls. The boys didn't know what happened until they watched the video. They were very upset, but they were glad at Sierra's thinking whenever she got the man's license plate. So they turned over the vlog to the police for them to do an investigation. About a week later, they got a call from the police. Sierra answered the phone and put it on speaker so everyone could hear. "Sierra, you and your friends were very lucky that you got out of there alive," a police officer said. "Why?" Sierra asked. "Because those two men were brothers and they have been doing that to girls for about 10 years, the officer said. "Oh my Lord," Sierra gasped. "Yeah, and if they would have gotten a hold of you all, you wouldn't have lived to tell the tale," the officer said. "Okay, well, thank you, officer," Sierra spoke. "You're welcome. Call if you ever need anything else," the officer said. "We will. Bye," Sierra said. "Bye," the officer said. "Well, girls, be thankful we got out of there alive like we did," Sierra announced. "Yeah, thank our lucky stars," Ashlyn, Jalissa, Jackie, Haley, and Kiara said at the same time. Then they went out on the front porch to sit and talk. They were listening to George Strait when they saw the same men drive by the edge of the forest. The girls were disturbed. The boys were more upset. The boys were on high alert for about 15 minutes. But after those 15 minutes, the boys were not as upset. The girls calmed down. The girls kind of calmed down. Then they went back inside the cabin. It was getting late, so they decided to go to bed. Fast forward to the next morning, they decided to go for a road trip. So they packed their bags and jumped in the bus and drove to wherever they felt like. They love taking road trips because they get to explore new places that they have never been. Which they kind of already do because Sierra is a famous singer and she travels all over the place. So they decided to go to West Virginia, but as soon as they crossed that state line, that's when things got spooky. It was a foggy and rainy day. When they were driving through the fog, they thought they saw a ghostly car in front of them. Which they were right. Chris was driving. He called for Sierra to come to the front of the bus so she could see what was going on. She saw the ghostly car and she was freaked out. Soon as they figured the ghostly car disappeared into the fog, they were freaked out, but they kept driving. Eventually, they got to the hotel they had booked in Philippi, West Virginia. They checked in and went to sleep because it was dark, and they never woke up. The end. So that was The Friendship Part 12 and Part 13. Please give me a rating on a scale from 1 to 10. I love you guys. Please like, subscribe, turn on your little notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And bye, friends.